This tutorial shows teachers and administrators how to track textbooks and equipment, such as laptops and smartboards. Note this is not intended for library books, just textbooks and classroom book collections. You need a Jupyter I/O account for this feature. First, we'll look at the teacher settings. In the More menu, select Textbooks and Equipment. Both administrators and teachers can create new books and equipment. So first click Inventory to see if it already exists. Select Book or Equipment from the first menu, and then choose the exact item in the second menu. Let's say the book you need is not already there, so select New Book. Enter the book title. The fields below are optional, but often filled out. Enter the quantity here. Select if these books are used by other teachers, or if this is your private collection. When you add new equipment, it looks mostly the same, except you have the option of listing serial numbers here. Simply type them in, one per row. If you need to add more books or equipment later, repeat the steps, except use the exact same title or item description. Click Save, and you can see your items on the inventory screen. Looking at a book that is already checked out, you can sort by availability or number. This shows you who has which items where. Click any item to edit it, or you can click here to edit the entire set. Click the Checkout button to assign items. Set this menu to My Students to assign one to each student. Type the book number or serial number next to each student, and it will automatically update the condition. It will alert you if you type in an unknown number or an item that is already checked out to someone else. It will let you proceed, and it will prompt you with further options later. You may check out extras for yourself or your classroom. Set this menu to Me to check out items for your classroom, not to any specific students. Here you just check which items you're taking. To check in items, return to More, Textbooks and Equipment, or simply click Check In. This shows all items checked out to you and your students. Change these menus to filter to a single item, as well as one class or all of your classes. Click here to check in each item. Check Needs Repair so it is easy for other staff to quickly find all items that need repair. If a student loses their item, check Lost, but do not check it in, so they are still responsible for it. Or check both Lost and Check In if it's not their fault. Now let's look in admin mode. You can find textbook and equipment in either the Students menu or the Setup menu. The inventory screen is just like what we saw in teacher mode. Note that if teachers create anything as private collections, you will see it here with their name next to it. Creating new items is also like what teachers see, but with these additional options. You can prevent teachers from checking items in or out if you want to handle that entirely in admin mode. Likewise, you can click here to prevent teachers from adding or deleting items to avoid mistakes. But note these apply to the selected book or equipment only, so teachers can always manage their own private collections. To check an item in or out to a student or teacher, click it on the inventory screen. You can use this checkbox to check it out or check it back in. Note that you can only check out one item at a time. To check out whole sets, it is easier for teachers to do that themselves in teacher mode. But if you select Edit All Copies or Items, you do have a shortcut to check in all items at once, which is handy at the end of the year. To generate reports, first go here. Then select Textbooks and Equipment. The first option organizes everything by student. You can use this menu to display a single student or the entire school. The second option lists the complete inventory by number. You can use this menu to filter which items or equipment are included on the report.